It's your girl Quincy, and I'm live here on the red carpet for Divas Simply Singing. We got some great interviews coming up next.
Divas Simply Singing. Hey.
I wouldn't miss it. Cheryl is my girl.
What year is this? Wow. I think I've done 25 of them at least.
I came because Cheryl is an icon.
I am in love with Cheryl Ralph. She's one of my oldest, dearest friends, and I just adore her.
Cheryl Ralph, she's been so amazing like all these years and so powerful, such a powerful woman of color. So of course, as tired as I am, I'm out here because I gotta take my photo with her, honey.
This has been the right work for the right reason, and we still need to raise awareness.
Shirley Ralph and I met at an audition for a Broadway show, and neither of us got the part. I was 18 at the time. She was 35. You know, I just got it. You know, Shirley Ralph is an old friend of mine.
Well, I hope you kill him like you always do on that stage tonight.
You know I'm gonna show out tonight, honey, for all my friends who fell in the 80s and 90s of AIDS. And I actually pay tribute to a lot of them in this book.
Is that Miss Lewis?
You know it's Miss Lewis.
Of course it is.
I think that if there's any show,
It's got to be Jennifer Lewis.
How'd you know?
It's
How'd you
okay,
know?
because I follow her tonight in the concert. Yes, thank you very much.
Well, you singing too?
Yes, I'm singing. David, yes! Okay, back to your answer. You know, this is a charity that's close to my heart. I was very active with other organizations like Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and so, you know, the HIV and AIDS Diva Foundation is something that's very meaningful to me, so absolutely had to be here.
I think it's important that we support our sisters and brothers. Whenever you're going through a crisis, you need that support, and you need not to be judged.
I've known Cheryl for many years, since the early 90s, for the beginning days of Divas Simply Singing. And to be here for the 28th year, I'm like, oh my God, 28 years she's been doing this. And I'm always like, I've missed it a few years because I've either been out of town or was broke and couldn't afford a ticket. So,
But now you here.
but now I'm here, you know, and I just was so glad to make it. I'm like, okay, let me throw something on and get there real quickly and support my sister.
I met Cheryl maybe in like 1986, 87, and we all were a part of the HIV epidemic. Friends, many friends that lost their lives. Yeah, getting ready to get emotional because I really don't talk about it that much.
People see this as a disease that people are now living with, but the next thing is to get a cure. And that's what it is, because just because you're living on the medication doesn't mean that your digestive system doesn't get ruined and your life isn't, you know, still difficult. With everything that we've done, you know, thank you God, thank you for the all incredible inventors and people that have created all the drugs and all the things that we can do to save people's lives.
I had a story about Shirley Ralph like about 5 years ago. I actually was pushing her out on a ladder for one of the other divas, Simply Singing, and that was before I did any Empire or anything else, and I was just like, oh, I would love to be a part of this. So now, tonight, for me to be able to come and sing and be a part of this, I'm excited.
Yes, and what do you think about Cheryl Lee Ralph keeping this, you know, together for 28 years, you know?
Listen, that's amazing. Keeping anything together for 28 years is difficult, but encouraging people to come out and to support and to be a part of the community in a significant way, I give my hat off to her, absolutely.
Hello, 28 years of fabulosity.
How is that possible when I'm only 29 myself? I didn't think I was going to make the 28th because of the death of my mother. And right when I really made up my mind, okay, it's not happening, Chaz Dean called me up and he said, what do you need? And I was like, Mommy, you need to stop it because you got some power going on, girl. And literally from October 7th when she passed away till now, that's how quickly this all came together.
So what does it feel like to have, you know, spearheaded this wonderful organization for 28 years?
Somebody asked me that the other day, and I had to think back 30 years ago. when I had the idea to do this. And when I think about the things that people said to me back then, don't do it, it's not worth your time, why do you care about those people? And I remember the little church girl in me said, you have got to ignore these people because they're not very nice. And all these years later, I realized it was a difficult thing to do in a very difficult time, but after 28 years, I would do it all over again because this has been the right work for the right reason, and we still need to raise awareness.